All right, let's get right into it. For centuries, two of the most powerful self-improvement tools on the planet have been kind of locked away, shrouded in all this dogma and mystique. Well, today, we're unlocking them.
Seriously, just stop and think about that for a second. What if the keys to a sharper mind and a healthier body weren't in some new biohacking lab, but were actually ancient technologies we've simply misunderstood?
And this right here, this is the crucial mind shift. We're taking these practices out of the temple and putting them straight into your daily toolkit. We're trading blind faith for hard biological fact. So, let's kick things off with the mind.
First up, mshakation. But look, we are not talking about some kind of spiritual quest. We are talking about a practical tool for engineering a better brain.
That is exactly right. Every time you sit down to meditate, you're not trying to achieve some mystical state. You are actively performing reps for your brain, building that muscle of focus and attention. It's a trainable skill, a total workout for your mind. And look, this isn't just fluffy feel-good stuff. Here's the hard science. Meditation isn't just relaxing. It is physically remodeling the architecture of your brain. It dials down what's called the default mode network. That's basically your brain's anxiety center, the source of all that restless mind wandering. At the same time, it's building up gray matter in your prefrontal cortex, your center for logic and decision-making. Oh, and it literally shrinks the amygdala, which is your brain's fear and stress alarm. I mean, come on, that is a profound neurological transformation.
Okay, so we've covered the mind. Now let's switch gears and talk about the body. We've talked about rewiring your brain. Now let's talk about rebooting the entire physical machine with fasting.
And I know what some of you are thinking. This is the #1 objection, right? It sounds like pure deprivation. But that's a complete misunderstanding of the incredibly sophisticated biological processes that kick in when you voluntarily stop eating for a short period.
The secret is a process called autophagy. Just think of it like your body's internal housekeeping crew. When you fast, this crew gets to work. They go around, they find old, damaged, dysfunctional cells, and they recycle them for energy. It's a deep cellular level cleanse that only happens when you give your digestive system a break.
And this isn't some vague abstract concept. The science is super specific. This powerful renewal process kicks into high gear after about 16 to 24 hours of fasting. It's like a precise biological switch that you have the power to flip.
But wait, the benefits don't stop there. Not even close. Fasting also resets your body's sensitivity to insulin, which is absolutely crucial for preventing metabolic disease. And it boosts something called brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF for short. This stuff is like miracle grow for your brain. It promotes the growth of new brain cells, which directly leads to incredible mental clarity and sharper focus.
So, we've reset the body and mind. But there's a modern plague these ancient tools can fight. Keep watching to see how you can break free from a very 21st century problem.
This is our modern reality, isn't it? We are just drowning in a sea of notifications, likes, and that endless, mindless scrolling. We're not just overfed with food. We are totally overstimulated with information and distraction. Our brains are constantly being hijacked. And this leads us to a really cool modern application, the dopamine fast. You see, dopamine is the neurotransmitter of reward and motivation. But when we're constantly bombarded with pings and likes, our dopamine circuits get fried, they get desensitized. A dopamine fast applies the same principle of temporary abstinence to all this constant stimulation, allowing those circuits to reset so you can actually find joy in simpler, more meaningful things again.
So what happens when you combine these two powerhouse practices? You might think you just get exhausted, right? Nope. You get something else entirely. A state of heightened awareness and profound calm.
Here's the synergy in action. It's pretty cool. Fasting removes all that mental fog that comes from constant digestion and blood sugar swings, creating this state of incredible mental clarity. Then meditation takes that clear, focused energy and gives it direction. Together, they create a state of alert stillness, calm but sharp and ready.
This slide, this really brings our whole idea home. We're shifting the narrative. Meditation is no longer just a religious ritual to reach nirvana. It is mental hygiene for the 21st century. And fasting? It's not an act of penance. It's a practical tool for cellular repair. These are powerful, science-backed applications for a better life.
And that brings us right back to that question we asked at the very beginning. The world's most powerful life hacks haven't been hiding, they've been waiting. They aren't secrets for the select few. They are your birthright, fundamental tools for human health, just as essential as sleep and movement. They belong to you. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. We really hope this gives you a new perspective on these powerful practices. For more knowledge, be sure to revisit us here at King's Academy. So what are your thoughts? Have you tried these practices from a secular viewpoint? Let us know in the comments. As always, we read every single one and do our best to reply.